Guys, it's Faith. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Faith and I like to make videos.
Now you know me.
So, I have some big news. I am fully recovered from scoliosis spinal surgery. Thank you, I know. So happy, so excited. Also, today's video is the first video of 2020. I almost said 2019 there. So, in honor of me being fully recovered, I've actually been fully recovered for like almost a month.
But I procrastinate a lot.
So in honor of me being fully recovered from scoliosis, I present to you my scoliosis story. I know some people that also struggle with scoliosis, especially those who plan to get a surgery or something like that, or a brace, even maybe possibly tend to like to research scoliosis. So I know maybe some people might be looking for a bit of research. So I will explain a little bit into what it is and how I dealt with it, my experience through it. If I like look down or something, I've got my laptop here.
I literally wrote an outline for this.
So, first off, what is
Scoliosis.
Scoliosis is a disorder.
So basically it's when the vertebrae creates like this curvature in your spine.
What that means is your spine is curved, not straight. Easy to know. It's like, oh, my spine is curved. That's what scoliosis is. It's very simple. So this is
super common.
And what I've been told is it's especially common in like preteen, early teen girls. It's usually caused by growth, meaning like you might get a growth spurt or something and then your spine might curve a little bit or something like that. So for treatment of this, there's bracing and there's surgery. So when your spine is at like a 20 to 40 degree curve, you might want to consider getting a brace. A back brace is like usually to help you prevent your spine getting more curved than it is. So sometimes it helps people. 70% of the time it helps people. 30% of the time
it doesn't.
So if your curve in your spine gets worse enough to like 45, 50 degrees, then you're gonna want to get surgery. That's what happened to me. I was in the 30% of people that the brace didn't work for. So here's kind of a scary fact, but not too scary because this doesn't happen to a lot of people.
Like, ever?
But it's a possible thing. Let me explain. If your spine, your curve gets worse enough to like around 80 degrees, your ribs could
crush your organs.
Your heart, for example. That's what I was told, and I was like, oh,
great.
My curve did not get anywhere near 40 degrees, and a lot of people I've met, their curves don't get anywhere near that. That like almost never happens. It's like super rare, and it would usually only happen if you let it get that far, because there are other treatments you can do. You can get a brace, you can get surgery. Boom. Okay, so we're gonna get a little bit into my story with scoliosis. I kind of feel out of breath right now for some reason. I don't know why.
That's kind of weird.
So, in 2015, I was 10 years old. I was diagnosed. Was I 10 years old? Yeah, I was 10. So I was diagnosed with scoliosis. And at the time,
I had no idea what it was.
I did not even really care at all because it wasn't really a matter to be worrying about at the time. So we went to like some doctor's appointment or something. We were at the hospital, I guess. And they were like,
oh, your daughter has scoliosis or something to my mom.
And my mom just told me, she was like, oh, you have scoliosis. I really did not care. I even forgot I had it. Like maybe about a day after, it kind of just flew over my head, went in one ear and out the other. So in 2016, I was going into middle school. We got a new chiropractor because we moved. And this guy, he told me that the curve was getting kind of bad and we might want to talk to a doctor about it. So he told us about a doctor and we went to see him. So they told me I might want to consider getting a back brace because my curve went from 17 degrees to like 28 degrees in 1 year. So that's like 11 degrees in a whole span of a year. So that's kind of a lot. So that means I had like a big growth spurt or something that caused that. So then I got fitted for a brace and I had to wear it 16 hours a day. Some people, it can be a lot longer. Like my 7th grade teacher, she had scoliosis and she wore a brace as well when she was a kid. And she said that she had to wear her brace for
23 hours.
a day.
23 hours.
Just, she didn't wear one when she was going to the bathroom or showering. That was it. I don't know how she did that because it was, I wouldn't say it was the most comfortable thing. So to get fitted for the brace, they put like this, like, you know how mummies have like these fabric type things they wear? So they put that around my torso. So let me show you my braces. This is my first back brace ever. Looks like this. It's got a hole in the side. Never knew why. I guess it was something to do with my body shape or something. So it looks like that. It's hard. It's got screws in the back because you put it on with these straps. So basically, I can't really do this now because I haven't carried 15 pounds in like 7 months. So I'm very weak right now. So this, actually, when I first got this, it was super hard for me to open as well. And I'm definitely not this skinny anymore. But you'd open it up like this. And then you'd put it over your torso and it'd go around your back as well. Strap it up. I will not be able to fit in this now, so I'm not going to put it on. That's for sure. It's got padding inside, so it's not like it's hard on the inside. So I wore that all throughout 6th grade. And the kids would always call me bulletproof. No one really seemed to like care in like a bullying way. I didn't ever get bullied about it or anything. Kids were just like,
Oh, she wears a brace. Cool.
it wasn't really like a big deal or anything. When I reached 7th grade, it was getting a bit worse. So I got my 2nd brace. This one's galaxy-like. It's kind of shaped the same. I think it's a little bit shorter though, actually. Same thing. Padding in front. Could knock on it. It's got these straps on it. Yeah, so I wore this all throughout 7th grade as well. Sometimes I had to sleep in them. It depended on how I made my schedule. Some days I wore them throughout school. Some days I just wore them when I was at home. However, I was able to fit the 16 hours a day in my day because I had to get the hours in. It's basically, it just holds your torso together to make sure like it's straight and not like curving. So during PE and stuff, I would take it off, of course, because I don't want to run in it. I would run in it sometimes, but it wasn't as easy. We would get checkups and everything with the doctor to see how it was going, and we would take x-rays. In 2018, in November, I went to the doctor. We got some x-rays, and we figured out my spine was away. And I was like, hey, if I want to make this easier for me for the rest of my life after I get the surgery, I'm going to try and make my spine flexible now. So I did. I would learn how to do back bends. I would practice doing back bends all the time. I got really good at it, actually. I learned how to stand up and then just go backwards into a back bend, and I learned how to walk with that. I didn't learn how to walk very fast, but I did get pretty good at it, and I was able to walk eventually. I was a little disappointed when I figured out I wouldn't be able to do that anymore after I recovered, but it was really fun while it lasted, and it did help my spine get super flexible. So when I would wear my brace, I would go to the chiropractor. I would go to the chiropractor every week and get appointments. We get a readjustment. We'd stretch out my muscles a little bit. I think it was like a decompression thing. Don't entirely know what that is, but it kind of stretched my spine a little bit, I guess. In between that 6 months, I would also work out a lot. I have this app called 7-Minute Workout, and I really tried to work out my core. So working out is something I would definitely suggest before getting a surgery like this. Like, if you have like a couple months before your surgery,
start working out.
just try to work out your core. It's really helpful. I think the day I figured out, maybe, I know I started counting down the days till I got surgery. So eventually, everything was fine. Like, my friends knew I was gonna get surgery and everything, but it was so far away. It was like 6 months away. So it was fine.
And then school about ended.
Not long after school ended, like 6 days after school ended actually, I had to get surgery. Flew our plane and we made it to the hospital we had to get at in the city we had to go to. And so we spent the whole day before surgery. We spent it with my cousin. We went to the zoo. We went to the movies. We played board games. We had board games and card games. We had a party in the hotel we were at. We were at a hotel for patients, and it was super fun.
Like, they had board games, they had a pool, hot tub, a gym. Well, I guess that's what a normal hotel has.
It was really fun. It was a really fun day, and I was so tired the next morning. My surgery was at 8 in the morning. So we got up at 5 in the morning. So I wasn't allowed to eat, like, I wasn't allowed to eat, like, anything or drink anything after, like, a certain time that night, because I didn't want fluids in my body when they cut me open. I'll explain what the surgery is in a little bit. 3 days before the surgery or something, they had to give me these, like, wipes, like, these really, like, these wipes that were supposed to, like, really clean you. And they had, like, they were, like, chemical wipes. And they were super itchy. I hated them. But I had to put them on every night. The day of the surgery, woke up at 5 in the morning. We went to the hospital. We cleaned me down with those wipes. We put me in this robe. I was so tired. I was just like I knew it was happening, but it was like I wasn't scared for some reason. Like, I feel like throughout the 6-month span, eventually I just accepted the fact that, okay, I'm getting surgery, I'm gonna be fine. And so then, just that day specifically, I was super tired. I was like,
just get it over with.
Put me in the cart in my robe. I was super itchy because of all the stuff, all the wipes, and I said goodbye to my mom and my cousin, and I went into the surgery room or whatever, and they put this gas on me, anesthesia. They put that on me, and they were telling me just to relax, and so I relaxed, and I don't even remember falling asleep. I was just out, like, it just happened, and I woke up, and I don't even remember waking up either. Like, I woke up with an IV in my arm. Actually, I think it might have been this arm. I don't remember. I woke up with an IV in my arm. I was on a bed in the recovery room with a nurse next to me. And, like, I was so dizzy and, like, tired from the anesthesia, but I was, like, super talkative. I was just talking to the nurse. Like, I don't even remember starting the conversation or waking up. I just remember being there talking to the nurse. about my dog. And so then we took me to my room. Had a sign, actually had a whiteboard, and on the whiteboard it said like "Welcome Faith" or something like that. It was really cute. They had a bed for me and everything. I had to take medicine a lot. I really did not like the medicine because I'm so bad at swallowing pills that they actually had to like crunch them up for me. It was so weird. I actually posted a vlog about my surgery. So you guys should go check that out to see like kind of what happened. But let me tell you a little bit about what the surgery is. So the surgery is, they cut open your spine, they take out the vertebrae, they like mold it into some sort of like clay molding thing, I guess. And they put like rods, titanium rods, they put titanium rods in my back. 14 of, I think it was 12 to 14 of them in my back. And then they screwed them in, and then they took the mold vertebrae thing and they covered it over my spine so that way it would stay. And so then they closed up my back up. And so it takes 6 months for the spine to create a new bone over all of that. So that's how long the recovery was going to take, 6 months. And the rods, they stay in there for the rest of your life. So I've got titanium rods in my back for the rest of my life.
But that's okay.
Because I can still do a lot of things. So the day after the surgery, they had me walk. They had me learn to walk right away. And they had me sit in a chair and everything. So I was able to walk immediately. They said most people tend to need to use a walker. I think this is where working out really helped a lot. With being able to walk and walk up the stairs again and everything. Because you had to learn how to walk again, sit down, walk up and down the stairs, all that stuff. Yeah, I was there for, I think it was like 4 days. So they tend to only keep you in the hospital from 3 to 5 days. So they said I could have gone home after, like, on the 3rd day after surgery. But I was like, I'm gonna stay here one more day just in case. So we did, and we left on the 4th day after the surgery. And then we drove all the way home. It was a little bit hard to get in the car, but it was a pretty fun adventure being there in the hospital. When I got home after the surgery, I felt
miserable.
So I felt like a cut in like my shoulder blade or something, in like the muscle. Like I felt something there and I thought it was like a cut in the muscle. So that was really painful, especially when lying down. Lying down was a pain with that cut, so it really, really hurt. And I still had to take the medicine that I had to take. And I really hated that too. They crunched it up and put it in yogurt because I couldn't swallow the pills. And it was disgusting. I got sick of the yogurt and sick of the water as well. So after the 3rd week, I was feeling better. I didn't need to take the medicine anymore. So I had 6 months left. Actually, I think it was like 5 months left at that time, after I was feeling better. So we actually did end up going to Arizona at the end of the summer. So like a few months later, we did end up traveling in car to Arizona. So throughout the recovery, I was feeling really good. I couldn't run, jump, twist, bend over, and lift more than 15 pounds. For the first month, it was 4 pounds. I couldn't lift more than 4 pounds. But then they moved it up to 15 pounds after 3 months. I had to tell teachers, like, if I dropped something, I needed help picking it up. Sometimes I had to sit on the corner of the room or in a certain space so I could be able to get the stuff out of my backpack. I used the elevator to get up the stairs. I could walk up the stairs. I could, but I wasn't able to carry my bag up the stairs because I was using a roller backpack because I can't carry more than 15 pounds. So I went up the elevator every day. I told them that I couldn't have PE till 2nd semester, which is now. I have PE now. Because I wasn't able to do
any physical activity really.
But now I'm back to normal. I can do anything. Well, not really. I can't do crunches or like sit-ups, and I can't do back bends. But I can do basic things like run, jump. I can twist kind of twist. I can bend over, I can bend forward, I can touch my toes, I can put my palms on the floor. But yeah, I'm
fully recovered now.
Don't ever have to go through the struggle of that again. Also, when I got the surgery, my spine is not fully straight again. It's not at 0 degrees. It's actually at 17 degrees. So I still have scoliosis. It's not gonna get worse anymore because I'm done growing. They wanted to have the surgery when I was done growing, because if I was still growing, then it wasn't gonna work. But yeah, I was cleared on December of 2019. I'm back to normal. I'm happy. I'm feeling good.
I am so glad that I can run, jump again, and bend over, do things for myself.
Not ask friends to bring my backpack upstairs so I don't have to use the elevator.
If you have scoliosis, I hope you have a good journey like me. Hope you don't have to get a brace or surgery. If you do, it gets better. It doesn't last forever. Hope you guys enjoyed my story and enjoyed this video. If you guys liked it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye! I've messed with my lighting like 3 times in this video already.